So, tonight's been interesting. Well, the whole day's been interesting, let me tell you. Um, Thoughts on yesterday, because yesterday was 5/15/15, and numerologically speaking, it's a good day for meeting people. And uh, I'm meeting all sorts of interesting people. Um, Honestly, I consider myself a lover of all music, and I have a collateral in music, and I've played the piano, but I haven't played it for many years. And I have a guitar. I actually bought a Dean guitar, and I know many of you associate me with the Bret Michaels band and with Bret Michaels, but this was before he got into Dean guitars. Um, I bought it at B&B Music, and it's here in Southbury, Maryland, and I bought it for $300, and it's a very nice guitar. The story behind why I can't play the guitar is interesting. I actually took lessons, tried to play three chords, A, C, and I think D. So, well, Jessica was still in daycare. She was still under 18. Um, Kind of find out years later, I have this dream about my dad, and of course, his school was in the process of being demolished, which is Bennett Middle School. And my dad says in the dream that he has this contract with, I guess it had to be WBOC, because I don't think WMDT would have done it. But at any rate, he says he had this contract, and in the contract it stated that I could not be with any guitar player, male or female. Well, fast forward to 2010, 2012, and I'm writing about guitar players without the knowledge that my father had put in place this type of contract. So, apparently the contract was lifted enough for me to meet the Bret Michaels band when they were in town in 2012. Um, However, since then, I've had subsequent dreams about my dad because he was mad because principal stuff was being taken out of the principal's office in Bennett Middle, and he was in a time frame where he was still the principal there, and he was like, he did not like it being taken out. So, at any rate, uh, I then learned that he, as a child, had not been able to have a guitar growing up. So his father and mother would not allow him to have a guitar. So in his mind, I could not have a guitar, and Marion could not have a guitar. Piano was fine. The flute was fine. Mind you, I tried to play the flute, but got horrible headaches from it. I had to stop. And that was my mom that wanted me to play the flute. So, but like I said, I thought I liked all music. I cannot. I had a huge block on playing the guitar. Well, fast forward a couple more years, and I meet up with my friend Gene Lyons. He has a band called Rock Tree, and I heard this big thump, and it like crash and everything. And I had Gene on the phone, and Gene goes, "What is your house haunted?" And I said, "I don't know, but I'm going around trying to find this." I'm trying to find where the thing fell, and it's not there. And he was pretty cool about it. And I was like, that got us talking about haunted stuff and all this other stuff. He's disappeared from my Facebook. I don't know why but he's disappeared. Last I heard, he was still at UMES, and he was helping my daughter learn lighting for A Raisin in the Sun for their drama production. So, I've heard his band Rock Creek. They're pretty good. I've been at a rehearsal. So, maybe I'll eventually write an article about them. But anyway, so to get back to music, I thought I was into everything. Then I discovered Chief Keef. Well, I fell in love with Chief Keef, and then I discovered Johnny Rebel, and I discovered Eminem, and I also had known about 50 Cent, but I hadn't really listened to his music. So I'm sitting here up one night, worried about a friend of mine, and y'all can pretty well guess who that is, but I was very worried about him and didn't know why. And I was watching Fuse, Fuse, and it was Eminem all night long, and I just thought, wow. I mean, I can really relate to the music. I mean, the lyrics is what I could relate to. And I'm 50 years old, so for me to say that I could relate to that type of music was kind of out there for me. Um, so the other day, Ronnie had went to Best Buy and bought a new stereo, and I said, well, it was like the week before Mother's Day. I said, well, I want to buy me some new music, and I had done an article on Exodus, the metal band Exodus, so I bought Exodus, and I bought Eminem, the new one, I believe it is, and I bought a 50 Cent one, and I can't remember the title of it, and I bought my first, and it's going to make a lot of you laugh, but my first ever Motley Crue album. Mind you, I've been a Rush fan since I was in 6th grade. So, are you, not Rush the movie, Rush uh, the band. Oh no, I hear motorcycles. So anyway, I know a few people have been in town. I'm not sure why they haven't stopped by yet, but I'm perfectly fine to be met with. Um, I really discussed it with everything and took everything off my Facebook. I thought I had deactivated my Twitter account, but apparently I didn't. But to make a long story short, I'm digressing a little bit. Oh, here is Clan Kitty, just to see. And that is my new sectional. It doesn't have the feet on it yet, and my house is still a complete wreck, but it's going to get better. And my daughter's on a plane somewhere. She is flying to Jamaica. So, she's going there for a choir thing. So I'm trying to stay up to see if anybody decides to show up, but if they don't, then that's fine too. But, I really just now realizing, and it's kind of bad because I've had psychology courses as normal. You have to take them for your bachelor's. But I knew when the real bad abuse, domestic violence abuse, started up with me. And yes, it's been reported. So, don't go off the deep end. That I have help coming from various, including the health department. And I'm not always agreeable, but it is what it is. And some of it is provoked by other people. But my main goal is to get him into counseling too. I don't think I need all the counseling that I'm being told to get, but it is what it is. I just live with it. My friend gave me some great advice, and I'm going to try to do that. And he said, just try to stay under the radar, Melissa. And he said, just try to be low key. And I'm like, have I ever been low key? I don't think so. So anyway, but I love Eminem's music. I'm going to. Hello, BBC News. Roundly pipped by Gomez in Japan. I have no idea what that means. But I'm going to find out. I had to look up what the acronym for ISIS and ISIL meant the other day. You always hear the acronym, you never hear what they stand for. And I thought it was required in articles that if you were using the acronym, you had to spell it out what it was first, and then you could use the acronym afterwards. I thought that was a rule of writing, folks. FOX News, I'm pointing the finger at you on that. So, I'm kind of tired. Scientology did not allow me to get much sleep yesterday morning, because I've been the bad girl. But I'm not dissing them or anything, I'm just telling them like it is. It is my life. You need to get these people out of the garages, out of the road. I don't want any more police sirens and fire sirens and little scenes set up for me in Shortstop. The Shortstop was phase one. So what I started doing is gathering license plate numbers of the people that are involved and sending them to the agencies that are connected. And because my guitar player that I'm involved with, it's not an affair, so you can't charge me with adultery, even though you have several members of your congregation in Scientology at Community Christian Church that have committed adultery. But by all means, point the finger at little old me. No, I've slept with only one man physically for 24 years, and that's Ronnie Windsor. Over 24 years. And not many of you at Community Christian Church or Grace and Peace Fellowship can say the same. So, at least I'm admitting that there is some domestic violence, and it's not me. It's your precious Ronnie Christian Windsor. So, do with that what you will. At any rate, I went up to Chincoteague, Virginia to listen to some music I was thinking today, but I couldn't get in the parking lot at Steamers or Jackspot. So I'm a little upset because it was on official Pete the Evix page, Facebook page, that he was in Chincoteague, so I assumed that's where they were at partying. I couldn't drink any alcohol, but I know how to have fun without alcohol, which those of you that know me know that I do, because I have gone out to the Rib Adams is a place for ribs, sat there and had soda, and I have gone out to, and that was before the forced abstinence. So many of you that force this abstinence on me need to look at yourselves and your drinking habits. The families that were there at my hearing, one of them hightailed it out. Look at your own drinking habits before you point the finger at me. Oh, and I do have a local lawyer now, and he will be contacted early next week. So, I'm getting the probation overturned. It wasn't supposed to go to court, and to begin with, the papers were taken out of my home for a day where somebody forced it through the court system. Now I had a clean record. It was a suspended sentence, and I wasn't incarcerated. But now I'm in back and forth counseling to make all you Scientology people feel comfortable. 61 days sober today. Forced to do it, and I'm not in AA, and I'm not taking a drug called Librium. I'm not taking anything except ibuprofen for my abscess and clindamycin. So, stop your nasty little rumors about me, and let these people come to my home, or you are going to hear from my local lawyer. Stop calling Chuck the drummer's lawyer and telling him what to do, because you don't have anybody else to do it. That's wasting the sheriff's deputy's time that was contacted. You were given that card so that Chuck could come see me, and you were to contact him if you had any questions about Chuck coming to see me on a personal level. You were not to contact Chuck's lawyer and say, call this Lieutenant Tim Robinson and tell her not to contact, you weren't supposed to do that kind of stuff. And I'm not name-dropping Lieutenant Tim Robinson. Apparently, you only know the people you see on TV, and he's on Crime Solver, so that's what you know. So I do apologize for putting Tim Robinson's name out there, but I was a PCO, and I hate to keep bringing it up. In 1989, I've known most of the Robinson family for years, and I deal with J.D. Robinson's jewelry and the family of businesses. So, you don't mess with the Robinson family and me. And you have. So, have a nice day. I am angry. And I am Minister Missy.